Welcome back, writers. Today we're going to think about writing our own opinion piece on another topic. As you can see, our topic is pets, a good or bad idea. Today we're going to talk about how we can elaborate on our ideas using evidence from the text and our own personal experiences. So, I want you to think about if you have a pet, are they good to have, or are they a bad idea? Even if you don't have a pet, what is your opinion on this? We're going to have you read a little bit about this topic using this mentor text. And what this mentor text lets us know is how to structure an opinion piece, but while also showing two sides of an issue. We call these pros and cons. So a pro is something that is a good thing about having a pet. What are some positives about having a pet? And a con might be a bad thing, or what are some bad things about owning a pet? What you're going to do today is, as you read this mentor text, you're going to look for those pros and cons. And what you're going to think about is using this organizer to help you organize your ideas. So what reasons does the author give you to get a pet? Write them on the left. So you'll write your pros here. What reasons does the author give you to not get a pet? And those are the cons, and you're going to write them here on the right. Then what we're going to do is, using your background knowledge as well as the specific text evidence on the pros and cons, you're going to decide what your opinion is. And you're going to need to come up with two reasons. You're going to want to think about if you think pets are good to have or not. So here's how you will structure your writing today. And this is how the structure of opinion writing, how it goes. You first want to introduce the topic. So what is it we are expressing our opinion about? We don't want to just start by saying, my opinion is. This is where we are going to introduce the topic, meaning, well, we need to give our readers a little bit of background about the topic we're talking about, which is owning a pet. I might introduce it by saying, owning a pet can really benefit a lot of people. Then I can state my opinion by saying, my thesis. My thesis is going to be my sentence after the topic, after I introduce the topic. You are going to remember, you have written a thesis for your state report. You made a thesis for the reasons why your state was so great. Well, now we're going to think about writing a thesis for why you should or should not have a pet based on your opinion. So you will have your thesis statement to follow. So I'll have my introduction, then my thesis that says, my opinion is that we should have a pet because point A, whatever your point is, and point B. So you're going to have two reasons. After you have your introduction and your thesis, we're going to go on to step 3. You're going to elaborate on your two reasons using personal examples and evidence from the text. So if I think that having a pet is good, I have to go back into my text and find a line or two in here that will really help reinforce that idea. I can also think about my own ideas for having a pet based on my experience. Maybe you have a pet or know somebody that has had a pet, and reasons why or why not you should get one. And then lastly, you are going to write a conclusion sentence that wraps up your ideas. So we don't want to just end with our two reasons. We want to restate and reinforce what it is that we were trying to tell about our opinion, just in a different way. This will be a solid writing piece, meaning you're going to have a couple of paragraphs here breaking up your reasons here. And just know that this will be on Seesaw, and you can also notice the structure here. There's some vocabulary like alleviate and contemplate to make sure that you reference the little boxes here that let you know what those words mean. So your first step is to make sure you read this mentor text. And then your second step is to find the pros and cons from the article. And then your third step is to formulate your own opinion and express it by following this structure. All right, writers, off you go.